Yeah, shout out to that boy Drizzy Drake for doing his thing. Of course, this is New York Fashion Week in New York City, where all the latest styles, all the latest fashion, everything is shown off all over the place. And Drake came to Serena's fashion show. The reason why it made news is because Drake keeps on winning. You know what I'm saying? He has one of the baddest chick in the game, one of the girls that have men going crazy, Miss Serena Williams. Okay? So Drake is just doing his thing. He came out to support his woman at her fashion show. And, he was just being a perfect gentleman to Serena. So shout out to that boy Drake. As usual, there's always some kind of drama going on, right? Now, Drake had this song called Back to Back. And of course, all my hardcore Drake fans, you guys know what time it is. So, one of Drake's songs, well, they actually played three of Drake's songs at the fashion show. Now, Drake was a little bit upset with the DJ because the DJ played the curse version of Drake's song. And Drake was upset because he didn't want the editor of Vogue magazine, well, the queen of fashion, Miss Anna Wintour, being upset or feeling funny hearing Drake's lyrics because they were so, derogatory, okay? And it had cursing and that type of stuff. So Drake wasn't proud of his own music when he was in a different settings and a different crowd of people. So it is what it is, you know? So it's a good thing to know, well, there is class and people do understand that in certain circles you cannot do what you usually do. But as usual, Drake keeps on winning and, shout outs to that boy for continue doing his thing. Yeah, Drake. You know what time it is. So some I guess sad news, but not too sad news. Um, as you guys know, there's a show on Fox Network called Keep the Real. I also call it Keeping It Real. Well, one of the stars on The Real, Adrienne Bailon, came back and said that she decided to cancel our engagement to one of these music producers. And the reason why I said that it's sad but not so sad news is that I am glad that she said she went on one of these trips called Eat, Pray, I guess Love, and she decided to cancel the engagement. And I think that it's not so sad because if you could come to the conclusion that the person that you're engaged with, you're not supposed to be with that person, then it's a good thing. Because you don't want to get married and be in a position where you're miserable, where you're tired, where your energy is drained, where you're just not feeling the situation. You just don't want to get married and be in something like that and just say that you want to be married for marriage sake. Because a lot of people keep forgetting, despite all the rumors of divorce and all the rumors of, infidelity and what have you, most people, when they get married, I mean, of course, there's that wicked, totally wicked 10% that says, listen, I'm getting married and nothing will change, nothing have changed, and nothing's going to change. I'm still going to continue hoeing in these streets. Besides those wicked 10%, there's a good 9%, 90% of people, sorry, who says, listen, man, I want to do what's right. I'm getting married for the rest of my life. I want to sit down. I want to love that person. Okay? Now, you're going into your marriage wholeheartedly and honestly, and if it's not working out, then what? Okay? When you're married, you're with that person 24/7, 365 days of the year. Not literally, obviously, because people got to work, people got different things going on. But what I'm trying to say is that you're with that person all the time. So if in your downtime when you're home and you're with somebody that's making you miserable, you're uncomfortable with the situation, you're tired of the situation, you don't want to be in it, why get married? Why waste your time? So I'm happy for Adrienne because she did what her heart was telling her to do, and I respect her and the person that she, is no longer engaged to. I think that that person also too should respect her wishes too, and they both should just be happy with each other, because again, you do not want to be in a marriage that you're not happy in. Okay, I cannot stress the importance of being happy, because when you're unhappy, when you're miserable, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, it's like I don't even know, it's like Pandora's box in your body. Okay, not to say that Adrian's situation is that serious, but I'm just making the point that, listen, okay, if you're in a situation where you're tired and you're not happy, then listen, it's gonna mess you up wholeheartedly. Okay, so congratulations to Adrian for doing what she felt was right for her. Okay, it might be sad because, like she said, women also too have a hard point at our time accepting change, but hey, is the best thing that could possibly happen to her and for her. Okay, now moving on, you guys might probably wonder, like, what's up with a clock? What is DJ Troy doing showing me a clock? Well, there's a hashtag that's trending right now on Facebook, and the hashtag, it says that I stand with Ahmed. Now, there was a young man in Texas whose name is Hamid Mohammed, who brought a clock to school on Monday, and he was arrested because the teacher thought that the homemade clock was a bomb. Now, this is kind of tricky. It's kind of, you know, like, how can I say this without not offending anybody? Okay? People are running around scared. People are running around crazy. And if somebody by the name of Hamid Mohammed comes to school with a clock, okay, people are going to freak out. Okay? It's very sad. It's the truth, though. Okay? So, how do you deal with this? I don't know. I don't know. On one hand, you have the media whom have had us scared straight since 9/11. They have, the NSA, Homeland Security, all of them have taken away all of our rights at the airports in the thought and in the hope of saying, okay, they're protecting us from any danger, so let's take away all your freedom. Because of all the attacks. And then you have ISIS happening right now, and so many hundreds of thousands and even millions of people that have been killed. And it's like everybody is scared. And on top of that, too, there's been this rash of school shootings. So listen, people are scared shitless, to say the least. Okay? People are scared. Okay? So, if you're a young man who happens to have a Muslim name, okay, then, and you come to school with a clock, there's going to be a few heads rolling. Okay? And it's sad. It is very sad. But this is the new reality that we're living in. Okay? So, I hope that this situation gets resolved in a diplomatic, in a very good way, but I don't know what is going to be the resolution for the future because, like I said, we're living in a very new age, in a new time where at any given time, anything could happen. On the train, anything could happen anywhere. And people are scared. People are scared. Okay, so anything that might just seems normal could be taken out of context easily. So I am sorry for all parties involved. I am sorry for the young man who innocently just made a homemade clock. I'm sorry for the teacher who believed that the homemade clock was a bomb. It's just because of the world that we're living in, people are going to react crazy, okay? And it's like, who am I to say the teacher overreacted? Who am I to, you know, say that, oh, the teacher is racist or whatever? Who am I? It's a new reality, okay? I myself would never be able to go to the movies again where I just feel safe. Okay? I'm always going to be looking back. Okay? There's no time at all am I going to send my child to school and say, listen, my child is 100% safe. There's no way that you could go where you could say you're 100% safe. You just have to keep looking over your back because of the new world and all of the madness that we're living in. Okay? So I have no answers. All I could say is that I wish everybody, all parties involved, the very best. That's all I could say.